Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we are going to understand how can you recommend a solution for containers. So first let's look into when to use Azure Kubernetes Service. By going through this section will help you understand and decide whether Azure Kubernetes Service or AKS is the right choice for you. So you will either approach your decision from the greenfield or lift and shift project point of view. So you will either approach your decision from a greenfields or lift and shift project point of view. A greenfield project will allow you to evaluate AKS based on default features. A lift and shift project will force you to look at which features are best suited to support your migration. We saw earlier that there are several features that enhance the AKS Kubernetes offering. Each of these features can be a compelling factor in your decision to use AKS. One of the features is identity and security. So some of the consideration you have to do is, do you already have an existing Azure resource and do you make use of Azure AD? You can configure an AKS cluster to integrate with Azure AD and reuse existing identities and group membership. Second feature is integrated login and monitoring. So AKS include Azure Monitor for containers to provide performing visibility of the cluster. With a custom Kubernetes installation, you normally decide on a monitoring solution that requires installation and configuration. Another feature to look at is auto cluster node and pod scaling. Deciding when to scale up or down in large containerization environment is super tricky. AKS supports two auto cluster scaling options. You can use either the horizontal pod autoscaler or the cluster autoscaler to scale the cluster. The horizontal pod autoscaler watches the resource demand of pod and will increase pod to match the demand. The cluster autoscaler component watches for pods that can't be scheduled because of the node constraints. It will automatically scale cluster nodes to deploy scheduled pods. Then you have to look into GPU enabled nodes. You need to think about, do you have compute intensive, graphic intensive workloads? Because AKS support GPU enabled node pools as well. Another feature is storage volume support. The question you need to ask is your application stateful and does it require persistent storage? AKS supports both static and dynamic storage volumes. Pods can attach and reattach to these storage volumes as they are created or rescheduled on different nodes. Next is virtual network support, because an AKS cluster can be deployed into an existing virtual network with ease. Another feature is HTTP routing. The HTTP application routing add-on makes it easy to access AKS cluster deployed applications. Then we have Docker image support. AKS by default supports the Docker file image format. Finally, private container registry. AKS integrate with Azure Container Registry, and you can use other container repositories, public or private as well. Now let's understand when to use Azure Container Instances. Azure Container Instances offer a fast and simple way to run container in Azure without having to manage any virtual machines and without having to adopt a higher level service. Azure Container Instance is a solution for any scenario that can operate in isolated containers, including simple applications, task automation, and build jobs. It's important to understand that for scenarios where you need full container orchestration, including service discovery across multiple containers, automatic scaling, and coordinated application upgrades, Microsoft recommend Azure Kubernetes Service or AKS. So let's go through these ACI features first. First, let's understand fast startup times. Containers offer significant startup benefits over virtual machines. Azure Container Instances can start containers in Azure in seconds without the need to provision and manage virtual machines. Second feature is container access. Azure Container Instances enable exposing your container group directly to internet with an IP address and a fully qualified domain name. Another feature is hypervisor level security. Historically, containers have offered application dependency isolation and resource governance, but have not been considered sufficiently hardened for hostile multi-tenant usage. Azure Container Instances guarantees your application is an isolated in a container as it would be in a VM. Custom sizes. Containers are typically optimized to run just a single application, but the exact need for these applications can differ greatly. Azure Container Instances provides optimum utilization by allowing exact specification of CPU cores and memory. You pay based on what you need and get billed by the second, so you can fine tune your spending based on actual need. Another feature is Linux and Windows containers. Azure Container Instance can schedule both Windows and Linux containers with the same API. Simply specify the operating system type when you create your new container group. For Windows container deployments, use image based on a common Windows base images. And finally, persistent storage. So, to retrieve and persist state with Azure Container Instances, Microsoft offers direct mounting of Azure file shares backed by Azure Storage. Let's look into how you can burst from AKS with ACI. Use the AKS virtual node to provision pods inside ACI that start in seconds. This enables AKS to run with just enough capacity for your average workload. As you run out of capacity in your AKS cluster, scale out additional pods in ACI without any additional servers to manage. The first step is user registers container in Azure Container Registry. Then the container image are pulled from Azure Container Registry. The next is AKS Virtual Node. A virtual kubelet implementation provisions pods inside ACI from AKS when traffic comes in spikes. And then AKS and ACI containers write to shared data store. That concludes this episode. In the next lesson, we're going to learn about how to provision solutions for ACI. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.